Hello, me again. So this live vlog today is just to outline basically what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to achieve. So it's about helping people get to the state of excellence in the field of acting. That's what it initially is. And obviously throughout this journey, it will evolve. So there are a lot of hurdles that I feel people fall down on, including myself, when it comes to acting and how to keep going in the face of failure and rejection. So for example, you've got the line learning. Now, in order to create an effective way to learn lines so that when you get an audition, you can learn the lines deeper and faster. And then that way you are more confident walking into the audition. There are also many different facets of acting which I've realized, looking back, we haven't been prepared for. So I can use, well, basically, I will start by saying that the way that I want to teach, the way that I want to develop these techniques is very closely linked to sports analysis and sports science. So it's almost as if it's merging science with art. And so I'll use sort of science as an example when it comes to the different measurements that we are judged on as artists. So for example, you've got an audition that might be a week long, and you've got two scenes to learn and a monologue. That to me is a 1,500-meter sprint. Or you might have, right, you've got an audition in less than 24 hours, you've got 3 sides to learn. That to me is 100 meters, and it's about creating processes in order to get the best in the least amount of time. So what I've realized with auditions is that they want to see the finished product as much as possible. So you have to go deeper in the least amount of time to show them a finished article. Now, look, I understand that there is a lot to do with the fact that maybe their eyebrows are, a hint to be slightly taller or slightly shorter. But to me, I'm not interested in those variables. What I'm interested in is how you can confidently walk into the room and confidently walk out, knowing that you've done the best you can. Out of the variables that you control, you were able to go in and absolutely smash it, basically. So that is the premise of what I'm trying to achieve. It's using incremental steps. It's using very sort of specific flag points in order to get there. There's another thing. Another thing that is interesting is that, for example, I think that the difference or the problems that we have as actors is that it's mainly a group game. It's mainly a team collaboration, whether it be a play or a film. So how does one practice by themselves without feeling like it is futile, like it is just a waste of time? Like why am I learning this monologue? Why am I learning, reading about this Shakespeare play? What's the likelihood I'll actually use it? Because at first, for a long time, I thought, yeah, it's a group game, but so are musicians, classical musicians, like violin players or piano. You can, but play with an orchestra, but they don't play with an orchestra every single day to practice. So it's about, again, trying to find processes and routines to the actor, in order to feel like they are progressing, even if the phone isn't ringing with auditions. Because, what I've realized is that we're new age, in that we are the practicing man or woman, in that is how we achieve excellence, through incremental, deliberate practice. And so with actors, the ones that get the most auditions, of course, are going to be the ones that are the better actors, because they are getting the most practice within the field. So if you are someone that doesn't get auditions week in, week out, well, how do you act on a day-to-day basis? How do you feel that when that random audition after 2 months of hearing nothing comes through? Well, it's a muscle. So if you haven't done anything for 2 months, you are going to be completely out of shape. No matter how much you cram in that one day or week, you're not used to performing in front of a stranger. You're not used to the adrenaline shooting through you. So that's what I'm basically trying to do. I am trying to discover a scientific way in which we can develop future ways to help actors, and then eventually creatives, and then eventually people, to lead more practiced lives. Or indeed any ideas, please do let me know. This month I'm gearing up towards an important meeting with an establishment, with a dramatic school, the drama school. And so what I am attempting to do is I will be focusing on developing snippets of the processes to them be able to show this drama institute, to help myself as well to get a better understanding, because this is just the beginning of the journey, and also to prove to them that this is the future of dramatic training. I don't know what's going to come of it, but it's definitely helped me have the impetus to actually delve into this, and to not be afraid to go down dead ends, because to me, I've realized dead ends aren't dead ends, that it will all just inform each other. You kind of bounce off those dead ends into new territories well, a movement teacher I had when I was 19 told me, you only can do right by doing wrong first. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, like I said, if there's any questions or you have any comments, I would love to hear. I would love to understand what you guys think of it all. What else is there to say? Oh, okay. So the chairs have gone. So now the room is quite a lot bigger, and as you can tell, I've been pacing up and down. It means that I can run, which is what I'm hoping. So as I kept repeating, this is where the desk will be. This third of the room will be for the sort of footage of the practice, because that is going to be a massive part of the techniques which I'm developing, which is instant feedback. And we're in a day and age now where we don't need rooms and rooms full of hard drives in order to keep information. We have cloud-based technology. So we are entering another age where we can afford to to download and film the process of learning in a way that we haven't ever been able to do before. I think now I've realized the sofa will be here. And then in the middle here will be, again, I just want it to feel like a room where you can take off your shoes, whoever you are, and you can run around, roll about, and we just experiment and we explore together. Because another branch of this is a project I'm working on. I don't want to say too much yet because I'm the guy that I'm working with, he's quite an out there person, and I'm not sure how much he wants to be involved in this side or not, but yeah, it's basically tracking the rise of a particular genius. But anyway, what I'm hoping to do is we are hoping to also explore the idea of live filmed theatre in public spaces, or not public spaces, but basically, for example, let's say I want to do a stunt on the tube. Now, what I've got now is I've got space to put down the dynamics? No, that's the wrong. The measurements of the tube carriage, and then put chairs as if in a row on either side, as if it is the tube. And then that way, it's deliberate practice. It's practicing in a safe environment. You're almost in the reality of it, because that is another big part of the deliberate practice. It's practicing in a simulated situation. And I think that, again, that is something that will become more and more prevalent as we get into the future. So just a pure example with virtual reality, we could probably get to a point where you can feel like you're singing in front of 1,000 people. And once you have that adrenaline, you're able to, in the safe confines of your home, nurture that energy and be able to actually, rather than see it as a hindrance, use it to your advantage. So I'm also very interested in the idea of virtual reality and the possibilities that entails, not only for entertainment, but also for the I'm creating as well. Yeah, that's a lot to unpack. This has been my longest video so far. All of this I will discuss in much greater detail and length at different times. I'm just kind of seeing this as an experiment as well. And yeah, wish me luck. Goodbye.